Howdy ho! I don't know why I started that. Also, why does the video look? Okay, nah, it still looks weird, but whatever. Um, so we're going to go through the new season on Division 2. The manhunts already started one of the control points. So it looks like most of the stuff you do here is on the West Potomac area. If you aren't aware of the Division 2, it's Tom Clancy style looter shooter. I've played a lot of it. Probably one of my most in-depth played looter shooters. Both of them, Division 1 and 2. I used to actually run raids a lot. I think I still have about 50 clears for each one of them. Just, so you can see I'm not BSing. Jump to me. So, yeah, 49 for Dark Hours. I'll put that back up there for a little bit longer, too. See, there I am. I have my own little clan that I started myself now called Burger Mug. I'm not the one I used to be in. They were good. I just turned into a jerk, so I stopped doing it. So we got 49 here, and then Iron Horse, close to 100 on that one. So yeah, so I know this game kind of well, but I haven't played in a while. I still have most of my kitted out characters. So when you do a manhunt, you usually have a list of tasks to do for each of the 5 different enemies. I guess bosses. It basically comes down to just doing kind of an advanced manhunt on each one of them. That's a little trick that I just did right there. So if you play this game, one of the better skill items, in my opinion, is the sticky bomb launcher, but aiming it regularly is kind of a pain in the butt. What I usually do is I'll do an ADS, so you hold L2. I'm playing on the PlayStation 5. And then you can actually fire it from there. Just, little beaver bonnet kind of thing. Helpful to me. So maybe helpful to you if you're interested in this game. Which I assume if you're watching a YouTube stream of some ding-dong playing it, you would be interested. Ooh, armor, right? Don't need it. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so let's go do this public execution thing. So the game takes place in a post-apocalyptic kind of version of DC. Not sure why my crossbow proficiency went up there. The build I'm using right now, let me show you guys that. That's the part of the strategy for this game is you come up with your character builds based on different gear sets. It's very much we like Diablo. There you go. Very, very streamlined version, very, very simplified. So I also play some Diablo 2 Resurrected. I'm not good. If you want someone good, just watch Mr. Llama SC. He's pretty good, pretty personable. And apparently he's like a world champion speedrunner at it. So good facts there. So this is the Eclipse Protocol. It is pushing mainly for status effects. The main little advancement that you get from using this gear set is when you kill an enemy that has a status effect applied to them, it can apply to other enemies and it refreshes when it does. Status effect now spreads to on killed all enemies within 10 meters and refreshes 50% of the duration. This also gives an additional status effects, also apply damage over time debuff for 10 seconds. Total damage dealt is equal to 50% of your concussive grenade damage, which you up by explosive, which I actually have one build that does it. Hold on, I gotta put some stuff in Alright, my apologies. I had to put doing some salmon for my dinner tonight, for me and Pops. And I need to put it in the fridge. Oh, good. I can actually sit back when this is great. I do not like sitting forward. I'm a lazy person. Hence the streaming. Okay. Oh, frame myself up. And it also gets buffed by your stats effect, which, as you can see, every piece of gear has certain little things that it buffs. Usually you get 3 of those. Like you can see here. Armor regen, hazard protection, skill haste. And on top of that, when you apply status effect, it also applies to an enemy within 8 meters. So I kind of double dip on that one a little bit. But because most of the stuff you do in manhunts is basically clearing out large groups of enemies. This is, for me, this is one of the most effective builds for doing that. I do have a bunch of other kits that I can run. When I did raids, I mainly ran tank and mechanics. So I have a pretty good tanking build because of that. And as you can see, like the status effects, as long as you're not playing on heroic, because that gives enemies a much larger buff to having status effects actually. They're dead. Now, you're not supposed to play this game like this. I'm just doing it because I'm dumb. Also, I kind of have a little bit of... I didn't really do that. I'll take it. Ma'am. I don't really pick up gear anymore. This character has about, I don't know, a long time, I'll put it that way. You're a scuttlebutt. Oh my goodness. So you have all these different factions after there was an apocalypse, country ended, blah, blah, blah. Actually, I always kind of liked the precipitating event. It's a artificial version of smallpox that constantly mutates, so it's, you can't really get a handle on it. Was dispersed using fiat currency during a Black Friday. So this game takes place, I think, a year-ish after that. Initial thing wiped out about 90% of the world's population. First game took place in New York. This one is DC. Cool thing for me is I live not super far from DC. And I can tell you, they went to really great lengths to do a pretty faithful recreation of the city. So, we'll always appreciate that a whole lot in this game. Alright. So, we're just going to mosey on over here. The map is pretty invaluable in this game, even though the areas are pretty distinct. Uh, I'm making him go the other one. There you are. So I have two status effects that I mainly use for damage. One of those is fire, because that does damage over time, and bleed, which does damage over time. Difference is fire goes first to armor and then to... Oh, that guy doesn't have any armor, so he's just going to get moved. And then bleed actually slides through armor. No, I'm thinking of poison. Sorry. Oh. I guess I done did it. I did the thing. Okay, that's where the gear stash is. Now, I just kind of ended up doing that. My brother in Christ, that's complicated. Okay. But I figure, you know, this is a game that I'm at least familiar with. It might be fun to stream it every now and then, so I might do that. I'm probably going to die here. Behind that tree, buddy. The weak point on those guys, I call them the Johnny Fivers. It's somewhere in their head, but you can only really hit it when they're turned to you. So, I don't really do a good job of completely smacking those guys in their weak points. Now we're just going to slide right around these guys. You don't always have to kill everything you see. In fact, after you've leveled up, it's up to you kind of thing. So that's your signature weapons based on the class you are. And usually you'll pick your class based on what you want to do. Like right now I'm a survivalist because it gives bonuses to status effects. And you can actually see that up here at the top. Secret way you can actually change your class on the fly is by having different loadouts. As you can see, as I rotate through all those, get different ones. Otherwise, you have to go to the base of operations, which is the White House area in the middle of the map, and interact with one of the NPCs. So, you know, I guess that's one thing I can, you know, my little helpful hints. For any kind of skill that you have, and usually you can have two skills equipped. As you can see the left and the right one right there. I don't know if that's going to hit him. Yeah, it's not. Okay. Yeah, I missed. That was a pretty far off shot to try to get. Another hint, if an enemy has any part of them that looks red, shoot it. while this game does, you know, it's challenging, they do things to help you out. Oof, got him. Pardon me, sir. Would you like to be set on fire? And would you guys like to... Can you bleed? Oh, for real? That'll get me. Your mom's a hostile contact. With my ass. That's the trick with that, is you pick... Usually I try to pick the strongest person in a group, or the highest level. I actually do have a build that's just for face tanking. Hold on. I forgot how to heal for a second. I'm really glad I was behind cover when I did that. That gives them like an auto crit if they have that up. Which there is crit damage type. There are damage modifiers like that in this game. See, I thought that lady was going to shoot me in the face. When in doubt, shoot in the ass. I think I won. Oh, I had to deal with a resource convoy and that. Okay. That's another little hint. Wait. Oh. Sure. So I do have a headshot build. Okay. I think... wait. So this does 10% marksman, 15% headshot. And the thing I got that I was interested in does 15%, 50, so it does an extra 5%. Oh, wait a gosh darn second. Critical hit chance. I don't want to. Oh man. I guess I could do another two, get these two pieces in and out of there. Oh, they're so good though, and this piece took me so long to get. I remember. My favorite thing about this headshot build is right here. It's stats. 150 headshot damage, 170. That's like the most even split you can do. And the reason I have it that way is this talent right here, Headhunter. See, I'm pretty sure it still ticks after head killing. You're not 30 per second deals an additional 150 of killing blow damage. Is capped at 8 times. So each time you do it, you do 1.5 damage up to 8 times. Which, if you can do that many headshots in a row, like you can legitimately clear enemies fast. So yeah, let's work the headshot build. How about that? Let's do something a little more manual. I don't think I'm gonna. Now, my absolute favorite thing about this build is this little trick I have going right here. So that gun, if you get a headshot, it does a massive explosion that does bleed damage, which, as you can see, is pretty cool. And 13, I think 13 is pretty good. You just have to watch for the corners, because you're very, or at least I have to watch my corners. So I lost the buff right there. Behind him. Did not get the headshot kill. Did get the headshot kill. Let's heal up real quick. You figure I'd be better at walking around with the shield out from all of my experience with tanking, but it can still, this is very much the preferred shield to use. You could use and I'll show you this pistol in a second. It's one you get from doing all the raids and all that crap. You have to do a bunch of little special quests to... So yeah, I'll go over all the gear that I have in a second for this guy. these heads are a little bouncier than they need to be. Alright, so I gotta finish off this thing real quick. Alright. So how control... Okay, so first gear. So we have the M1A1. As far as I know, it's still probably one of the best rifles in the game. Does stupidly high damage, easy to use. When I was going through the different difficulty levels, I remember I was having issues with heroic. I got one of these. It was pretty good. Locked in. So again, if you want to, you know, lock in a pretty good rifle, get one of those. MK16, really easy to use, pretty good. This was the gun that I used on my all red raid ready build until I got the Eagle Bear, because that's just significantly better than like anything. It's like built to be the best gun in the game overall. It has like damage reduction, headshot bonus, just tons of stuff. This one just does talent is for every 10%, so it does an additional 30% damage towards the end of the magazine. Plus, just does it. Fuck, it hits like a truck. The pistol is the Regulus. As you can see here, headshots create a 5mm or 5-meter explosion, dealing 4 times weapon damage. So it does on that. Plus, it gets bonuses from headshot stuff. Plus, it gets the bonuses from Headhunter. So that's why this thing can throw up like 13. I think the most I've ever gotten this to do is somewhere in the 30s, maybe? I think my overall highest is like 60-something for headshot, but I can't do that reliably, so I don't really count that. I don't see them. They're sneaky peeking me. And I gotta get rid of them because I want to change my... Your mom's been detected. My ass. That's the majority of my humor, is just saying your mom, my ass. Okay. Why are you guys running at me? I don't even know why these guys are attacking me. Man, my guy's... he is slippery and slick. Look at him. All wet. Alright. You know who might be fun for this guy? Let's go with my explosive build. So this one uses the capacitor, which is, if you're using skills, this gives your skills a buff. It gives you like a 70% buff on your skills. It's dumb. This gun is dummy good. Dummy thick good. M1A. Hold on. Howdy do, neighborino. Oh, explosive build. Okay, so what's the fun with this guy? I have an artillery mortar. It shoots artillery. It shoots mortars, I guess you'd say, yeah. And every piece I have is just buffing explosive damage. All damage deals amplified by 25%. So just stay in cover, because you take 50% more damage. Applying a status effect increases total skill damage and repair by 20% for 20 seconds. This actually does bleed, so that gives me a 20% buff. And then, where's this resource convoy? Alright, so they're either going to come from this direction, that one. I'm not going to put my skill down until I see which one, which... Oh, good lord, okay. Trick is you gotta aim at the floor. It's a little bit cumbersome figuring out how to use this thing, but it's definitely one of the most destructive skills that exist in the game. I don't think I can. I'd have to pick it up. It has range on it. Alright. Yeah, you'd probably think, not the best idea, right? Pretty bad, pretty not good doing what I'm doing right now. It's definitely not a face-tanking character. You're absurdly correct. I really like doing that. It's a fun thing to use. It's a fun skill to use. That's what I really like about the artillery. Like, it's not just like, oh, it's actually, like, pretty effective. It's pretty fun when you get it going, when you figure out how to use it. I don't think I'm hitting them at all. Definitely not. Ma'am, I can't even say you're blocking my shot. I don't really have shot in the ass. There we go. See, that was fun. That was fun for me. Techno for a whole bunch of people. So probably less fun for them because, you know, dead might suck. And also with your specialization, that little thing that I showed before, you get ammo for your specialized weapon by killing enemies in specific ways. I think I'm using demo right now, and it is killing enemies with explosives, which, you know. So that's the one downside to using this thing is the little. Oh, yeah. It's really fun when you can eyeball it and get them. I am a psycho. Oh, Washington Monument, okay. You know what I'm going to do for Washington Monument? I'm going to show my uber most effective build in the entire game, the thing I use for going through legendaries. Can you put your regular gun on, sir? You maniac. Okay. Okay. Alright. Technically, combat. So you can't switch your loadout while you're in combat. I guess because of cheating, glitching, whatever. Because there's a PvP element to this game, so they balance some player-to-player interactions like that. Anytime you want to, yeah. I kind of want to get away from this. Oh god, this was a specialized one I did just for one of the raids. There's a specific combat instance where you need to be able to shoot the jammer a bunch of times. Okay, keep on running. All right. So, what is in my mind, the most effective build in the game? Drone turret. You get one drone that flies around and shoots enemies. You get a turret that swivels around, kills enemies. Everything I have is based off of adding damage to that. It gets a massive buff from damage to targets out of cover. Skill damage from that. This is one of the only pieces of actual gear in the game that gives you damage to targets out of cover. And then it's all just skill damage, skill efficiency, from the Empress, skill damage, tech support, skills equals 25% more damage, and then 25%, so 50% more damage after you kill something. And then I have this guy right here that has a rolling buff of 30%, so 80% buff right there. I'm going to eat my dinner. I'll be back. I'm just going to leave this on for now because I'm lazy. Oh, it's gonna pop me off. Um, how much more stuff do we have left? All right, I'm gonna try to eat quickly, otherwise I'm gonna get popped off. But if I get popped off, I'll come back at some point, probably tonight. Um, you know what? I'm just gonna pop off for right now. How about that? Um, there's some angles where the hair render there's like an LOD on people's hair. So if you get back far enough, it thins out. So all right, I'll be back eventually. So and then we'll do drone turret for the next one. Okay. All right.